So, Richo, you famously said whatever it takes. I wonder how Kevin Rudd managed to get into Mar-a-Lago. Do you think he disguised himself as a waiter or something? How would he have got in there, Richo?
Oh, he just sleazed his way in. That's what he does. And he does it very effectively. He's a very good sleazer.
And what do you think was discussed, Richo?
Well, I mean, look, there are so many things to discuss, but one would imagine that the 10% tariffs that get a run, I can't imagine them not discussing that. They'd have to discuss defence and the arrival of submarines, etc. These are the normal things that leaders are going to discuss, even if the leader is Rudd. I mean, he just has to allow in every conversation room to discuss himself, because that's the most important topic.
Now, so Michael, I want to play you a clip of Penny Wong, who appears maybe to be criticising China, or maybe not. Have a listen.
A lot of a discussion with our friends in Southeast Asia, in ASEAN, about the importance of us working together, and I talked about the importance of a region where no country dominates and no country is dominated, a region where, as I described it, there is a balance of power, which of course requires continued US engagement.
So what's this balance of power? I thought we had American, we were under the American umbrella. She's not crazy on this, apparently.
Well, going all the way back to John Curtin, all Labor leaders have been. She's probably picking up vibes from the ASEAN people. The Philippines are fed up with the Beijing sending grey zone ships to bump into Filipino Navy. The Vietnamese are really annoyed about China trying to take over their oil rigs or their oil zones off the Vietnamese coast. So, she's reflecting the sort of widespread more realism of people other than her. But her Prime Minister can't mention the word China. And he's going there for the fourth time and spending 6 days, which I'm sure Richo will agree is too long. I mean, the Israeli Prime Minister has been to Washington 3 times. We haven't been once. And Netanyahu stayed 4 days this time, but staying 6 days in Beijing when all we do is sell them iron ore is strange to me.
Richo, do you agree?
I think there's a good point being made there. Yes, I think this whole question of China and the balance that you have to try and find between a country you're preparing for war against when you war game with your allies, and yet it's the biggest trading partner. And that's a pretty difficult balance to find.
Now, I want to ask you both about the other Albanese, not our Prime Minister, but Francesca Albanese, who Donald Trump has said should not be the envoy on the occupied territories at the UN. Have a listen to her.
And the human rights community has reacted, criticizing and asking for the reversal of these measures because it's obscene, frankly. I want to remind everyone that the reason why these sanctions have been imposed is the pursuit of justice.
Trump's accused her of anti-Semitism. Michael, within these NGOs and the United Nations and all these unelected bodies, how much of a problem is anti-Semitism?
I'm against throwing around epithets like anti-Semitism. Francesca Albanese has broken the rules of the United Nations by taking money from outside organisations to travel to Australia and New Zealand. That's been established internationally. She's had to admit it. She's calling for companies in the United States and Israel to face financial ruin, even though they're full of success at the moment, because the Israeli economy is going well while there's a war going on in Gaza. Francesca Albanese is part of the international problem in the NGOs. You're right, Rowan, and she's not as SBS and the ABC paint her as sort of Joan of Arc of the UN.
Richo, do we have a problem with these NGOs and these huge bodies which are unelected, not only on questions of anti-Semitism, but on so many other issues? aren't they a threat to our democracy? And shouldn't more leaders in democracies, in nation states, call out some of the individuals involved?
Yeah, they should, but I don't think they will. I think it's easy. And, people will always take the easy path to just sit back and let it go by. That's what we've done, and I guess that's what we'll continue to do.
Very briefly, Michael, your thoughts on the anti-Semitism agenda that was put forward by Gillian Segal yesterday?
I'm against agendas and reviews and the Prime Minister go back and thinking about it. I think the police should arrest some people. They should have done it at the Opera House on October the 9th. And Wong and Albanese stop needing to empower and embolden these people by making all of these incredible anti-Israel statements at the UN, threatening to visiting Israelis. It's not good enough. That's what starts this whole atmosphere off. They don't get it. I think they've got it now that something is out of the bag. But what is not been seen on any station apart from Sky is that around St Patrick's Cathedral, Graham, around the Catholic Cathedral in Melbourne, there were 10,000 men gathered in black last weekend for Islamist Shura parade. Now, that is intimidating. That is not the Melbourne that I grew up in. And fancy doing that a couple of days after the shul, which is just near the cathedral, was attempted to be burnt. Shocking. It's out of control here in Victoria.
Absolutely. Graham Richardson, Michael Danby, thanks so much for coming on The World According to Rowan and Dean.